defending the pass. They'll be going up against the 49ers, who will need to solve that secondary.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, baby.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Leopard, leopard.
Let's go, D.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Watch tight end.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Come on, let's round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. White 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, As we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Single, single. Single, single.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Ohio, flex round. Flex, let's go. Brand 38.
They'll run it again with Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Here we go. What?
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Ohio, flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Ohio.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys, and
All right,
what I remember from players, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go now. 3-19.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, hey, hey. You got
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single
Now let's
receiver.
go. Green.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4.
Set.
We got 4.
Green.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a 5 count.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Flex round. Flex
Tight end
round.
right. Tight end right.
Here we Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Back.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Extra point attempt here still to come. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball
Watch it
world.
now, Barney.
When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Get there. Now let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit in pass blocking. But you got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Blitz. That's it, baby. That's it. Watch tight end. Four down.
Here we go.
Check.
What?
Four down.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Grand three. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
You got tight.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more and put them in some tough spots. But we'll see how that is. When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
All right, here we go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track and it cost him.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Tight right.
Gun.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Tight end left. Hey, we got 4.
Here we go.
4 down.
What? 90. What? 90.
51's the mic. 51's the
Flex
mic.
round. Ohio. Come on, let's go. Grand flex round. Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts.
Here we go.
They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
Here we go.
that's a big day.
38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Double tight. Double tight.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ohio.
Play clock winding down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. If you get careless with the football, look out.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
Yeah, fun with this one, partner.
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
All right, here we go.
You know,
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Single.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
Gun!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, 8.
All day, baby.
Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Red 38.
Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Trip. Got 3.
The play clock's running
Come on,
down.
let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that he gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Double tight. Everyone's got 4 down.
All right, here we go.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go. Over.
We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Skirts 5 at the 35. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer.
Here we go now.
Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. In the red zone this time.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Now let's go.
Now play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if you've been able to hold that one in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Set! Blue 90!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Here we go now!
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Here we go now!
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Take 4,
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench
We got
was.
three, fellas. We got three.
And they take a knee. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
The 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
I got 11.
Here we go now. Green.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the 49ers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Charles Davis and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA